Hey everybody, it's me again. It's the Hatening. We're back. Got another story for you. So this happened pretty recently. So this year during the winter, it was pretty fucking cold. We had a couple like really intense cold snaps. And during one of them, right? So where I work, like my office, there are parts of the building that aren't like super well insulated and like super well heated, and so it's not really that big of an issue. Like I'm used to it, like I've been used to it for a long time, but it's like one of those places is the bathroom, right? And so if it's hot out, it's really hot in the bathroom. If it's cold, it's really cold in the bathroom, that kind of stuff. And this was during one of the particularly frigid patches that we had this past winter. And as I typically do, I went in the morning to use the bathroom, and normally I do a number one and a number two, my morning movement. And so I went to the bathroom and I went to flush the toilet, and the toilet wouldn't flush. You know what I mean? It just would not flush. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I guess the toilet was clogged before I sat on it, because nothing is moving, right? And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And so I get out the plunger and I go to stick it into the toilet, and I stick it into the toilet and realize that I am not hitting water, I'm hitting solid ice, right? So it turns out that I had gone to the bathroom, and it was not a particularly good bowel movement on a just completely solid iceberg that was in that toilet. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck do I even do? I lift up the back of the commode, and there's just a layer of ice on top, and no water's coming into the toilet. And I was just I didn't know what to fucking do, right? I try and move the iceberg around to see if that would help anything, but now there's just a bunch of poop in this toilet, and then just a huge cantaloupe sized chunk of ice just sitting in there also. And there's no way for me to do anything at this point. I just have to leave this toilet a mess, right? And so I went back into my office and had to tell, my boss is hey, just so you know, you need to call the landlord, because this thing happened. And of course they're kind of laughing, but they're also oh, God damn it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to clean that up. And I was like, dude, I don't want you to either. I will clean it up. If you can tell me how to unfreeze that water back there, I will do it. I don't want anyone else to touch my shame. But I don't know what we're supposed to do, and it's the beginning of the workday, and we gotta start working. So I don't know what to do, and I guess it hung out there for a while, because the guys who fucking do all the maintenance were just there's nothing that we can really do right now. So yeah, I accidentally shit on an iceberg, and it just sat there for a long time. The only good thing that came about from that is now whenever it gets cold, you put up signs saying don't use these bathrooms because the pipe will freeze and your poop will get frozen in the toilet. That was one of the most embarrassing things that happened to me recently. It was funny. It was really funny to tell that the day after it happened and stuff. But just something about starting off your day with pulling a Titanic, as I called it, just really it puts you in a really weird headspace. Just kind of the shame of clogging a toilet mixed with just who would ever think to check if the water was frozen? Or I've never had to do that before. I've gone to the bathroom on plenty of cold toilet. I've never had to check the water. I mean, I will now, and I hope this is a learning experience for you too, dear listener. If it's ever really cold, just go ahead and check that water real quick and make sure you're not about to make a little poop slushy. But yeah, that's it. That's that one. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it. Andrew does also. If you like the show, please like, subscribe, leave us a review, all that stuff. Or just keep on listening. That works too. People have been listening, which is really great. We really do appreciate it. But yeah, take care of yourself and the people around you. And, don't forget to tell your friends you love them.